Unabomber unveiled Ted Kaczynski's early years. Join me in this video as we explore one of America's most notorious criminals, the Unabomber, Ted Kaczynski. Before he became infamous for his heinous crimes, there existed a multifaceted backstory that played a pivotal role in shaping the individual behind the infamous manifesto. Join us as we explore the early years of the Unabomber and the factors that led him down such a dark and bleak path. Ted Kaczynski, who was born on May 22, 1942, in Chicago, Illinois, demonstrated an outstanding intellect from an early age. He had an IQ of 167 and skipped to grades in elementary school, revealing his early proficiency in mathematics and academics. Despite his intelligence, Ted's introverted nature and difficulty connecting with peers foreshadowed a life of isolation. In 1958, Ted Kaczynski enrolled in Harvard University at the age of 16. He was a mathematical prodigy and earned his bachelor's degree in mathematics with honors in 1962. However, his time at Harvard marked the beginning of a downward spiral for him. While he was studying at Harvard, Kaczynski took part in psychological experiments that were led by Professor Henry Murray. These experiments were designed to study the effects of stress, but some people believe that they played a role in shaping Kaczynski's later beliefs against technology and industry. Despite his achievements in academia, Kaczynski became progressively dissatisfied with contemporary society. He resigned abruptly from his job, an assistant professor at the University of California, Berkeley in 1969. Ted subsequently retreated to a remote cabin in Montana, where he lived a primitive lifestyle and distanced himself from what he perceived as a corrupt and destructive world. During the years of isolation, the Unabomber's ideology took root. He later published his anti-technology manifesto in 1995, in which he expressed his views on the dehumanizing effects of industrial society. He called for a return to a more primitive, nature-oriented way of life. During the late 1970s and early 1980s, a notorious individual known as the Unabomber committed a string of bombings across the United States with the aim of targeting those involved in modern technology and industrial society. These attacks resulted in 3 fatalities and numerous injuries. The Unabomber continued his violent campaign for almost 20 years, until his brother, David Kaczynski, recognized his distinctive writing style in the manifesto and reported him to the authorities. Ted Kaczynski's early life is a fascinating and disturbing exploration of a brilliant mind that succumbed to extreme ideologies. It reminds us of the importance of understanding those on the fringes of society